Testing. Testing. We're testing.
I swear, it's not picking. I don't think it's picking up the sound from here. It's got to be picking up from somewhere else.
But how if the computer settings are not even?
Cameras ain't set from. I don't know.
Go to
That's me.
go back to system on the computer. Go to system and then go to where's your settings for your cameras? Click on one of them. Is there anything about audio?
No, that's in audio. That would be here.
So it's got saturation.
You'd say you'd be here because if you like go to the add device,
I got you. Go down there where it says
the volume's at the bottom.
it said something about throwing bags, and we didn't say that. I thought it was Lee. Tell Lee to talk.
Lee's right there. Hagwood! Hagwood!
No, talk. Yeah, we're trying to figure where sound's coming. We heard somebody talk a while ago. It sounded like you. Nothing.
I have no idea what it did.
So, question: is it picking up? Is it picking up? Fuck is that? Why does that say Logitech Brio?
That's the name of the camera.
Are you on camera settings?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you
camera.
were on audio settings. I'm like, hang on. That's the fucking problem.
No.
Um, I wonder if it's changing the.
This is the audio right here.
Okay, leave it on that.
You could just mute it. So don't know.
Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing. When I start talking, it goes up again, like it should.
Yeah, but when you stop, though, it's still hitting it, so it's like you're picking up. So you saying the microphone's picking it up?
It's picking up the microphone now. Well, now it's not. I don't know. Uh, yeah.
Say testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, viewers watching at home.
So I can go ahead and turn the music back on then.
Yeah,
Well,
because this only thing that this should be pulling in from is the mic.
It's picking up somewhere else.
Hey, do me a favor. Play this up.
What's going on, man?
Buddy, how you doing?
Trying to figure out what's going on over here.
Frank, can you move your hand for us a second?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Not this one. I need the black one. There's the black one on the page. It's real short. Figure it out. Yeah, like there.
said it.
Just lay it down on the floor, buddy. Be alright. Ain't gonna hurt it. Thank you.
Yep.
I don't know. That's stupid.
I don't know where that sound came from.
Here you go. I'll let you have it back, right?
I honestly don't know where the hell that came from.
I don't either. Somebody said something about throwing bags. And that's what came through.
No, none of this makes sense. Might not have a live stream or something. Or if you do, you might come in.
Shut the whole damn thing down.
We already tried that. Hello? What? Is his mama not there yet? Yeah, go ahead and shut it for me then. Thank you, buddy. Alright, bye. I don't know, man. That's just
Is there any other audio related
the only thing that's,
programs that are running right now?
the only thing else is audio is the cameras, but they're shut down. No.
And not one of the worst?
Yo. What's up? Trying to fix the computer.
Why is all this running?
Still what? Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to fix this computer.
I'm gonna go through these
what?
bags right quick so I can see how they are.
Okay.
Probably not. Alright. Alright.
Why? So this is where you're seeing that those are inactive. So those are all definitely inactive. Desktop audio, media source, and mic. How do you deactivate the other two?
What are we trying to deactivate?
This is where sound is coming from. Whatever that is picking up the fucking music. Oh, you don't have Facebook. You can't pull it up. Testing 1 2 3. Do what? Testing 1 2 3. 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 Testing 1 2 3.
Works. I hate hearing your voice, but it works.
Hello. Anybody hear me out there? All righty. All right. We have a first game coming up here. Want to welcome you in to Krave Cornhole Live. We got Leanne Klutz and Greg Duncan throwing against Jacob Gore and Rodney Love. Leanne's in with her first two bags. Jacob's off to the left and off to the right with that first bag. Leanne's in with her third bag. Jacob's in with his fourth bag. Leanne's in with her fourth bag. Jacob's in with his fourth bag. So it was an 8 on 12, giving Leanne and Greg Duncan 4 points. Oh no, they doing their down and back. I'm sorry guys, I apologize. I thought that they was live and they was not live. They were just doing a down and back. So now I guess we got time to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are Hartzell's Garage Doors and Company. We got Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us, Bridges Corp, and Angie's Pressure Washing. I want to thank all of those sponsors for allowing us to have these tournaments, helping. Thank you for your help and support here at Krave Cornhole. Thank Mickey Cook and Jennifer Cook for the owner operators of this establishment. We thank them very much for putting these tournaments in gear and getting them going and being a tremendous blessing to everybody. So that was a 10-10 wash on with Jacob and Leanne, and I'm sorry I didn't transition for you guys. I apologize. I'll get it together here in just a little bit. Duncan's in with his first bag. Rodney's off to the right with his first bag. Duncan's up. Rodney takes Duncan in with his second bag. Duncan's in with his third bag. Rodney's off to the left with that third bag. Duncan's up. He's off to the left with his bag. It's sitting on the edge. Rodney's up. It's off to the left. I think it's going to be a 5 on 10, giving them 5 points. So Leanne and Greg Duncan started off with 5 points. Leanne's up and her bag goes around the board and goes in. Jacob's in. Leanne's off to the right just a little bit. That bag's going to be out of play. Jacob's in with his second bag. Leanne's off to the left just a little bit with that bag. Jacob's in with his third bag. Leanne's in for a 8. Jacob's in for a 12. So Jacob got 4 of the 5 back that they just lost, but here we go. Rodney has first bag. Rodney's first bag is in. Craig Duncan's is off to the right. It went back to the back of the board. Love's in. Duncan's off to the right and off the board. Love's in. He kindly pushes up against that second bag he throwed. Duncan's in. That last bag that Love throwed, it's moving. It went in right there. So we got a 12 on 5. I mean a 12 on 7. So now it's going to be 9-5. And Jacob Gore and Rodney Love have taken the lead. Jacob's in with his first bag. Leanne's off to the right with her first bag. Jacob's in with his second bag. Leanne's in with her second bag. Jacob's off to the left to the back of the board with his third bag. Leanne's in with her third bag. Right now it's 7 on 7. Jacob's in. Leanne's in. So that we got a 10-10 wash. We down at the laundromat washing clothes right now. Or let's say we washing bags. Rodney's off to the left just a little bit. I ain't going to say he can't step out and get that bag. Greg Duncan's in with his first bag. Rodney steps over just well. He stayed center of the board. He goes up. He's laying up against his other bag, but he did manage to push it back a little bit further. Then he tries to get closer to it. Goes off to the left. Duncan's in. He drags one of Rodney's bags in. Rodney has 2 bags on the outside. Duncan's in with his 3. That's a 10 on 8, giving them 2 points, making the score now 7-9. Now we have Leanne. She has lead bag. Her lead bag is in. Jacob's in. Leanne's off to the right and off the back of the board. Jacob's in with that next bag. Leanne's up and off to the left just a little bit. Jacob's in with his third bag. It's a 9 on 4 right now. Leanne's up and she goes off to the left. Jacob's in for a 12 on 4. It's going to give them 8 points, making it 17. So here we go. Rodney Love has first bag. Rodney's first bag's off to the left, off of the board. Duncan pulls up in front of the hole and stops on Rodney's side. Rodney knocks it in. Duncan goes off to the right and off the back of the board. Love goes up. He cuts over to the left just a little bit. Duncan goes up behind Love, blocking that bag that he's got sitting there at the hole. Oh, Rodney goes up for an airmail and hits it. Duncan goes in. It's a 7 on 7 wash. Jacob's off to the right. He's just sitting in front of the hole. Leanne throws right behind him. Jacob throws behind her bag. Oh, Leanne goes up with a hard shot. Jacob goes up with a hard push. He knocks 3 bags in and takes one of his bags off to the right and off of the board. Jacob tries to push that last bag up just a little bit closer and goes off the board. Oh my goodness, Leanne pushes it in for him. Oh, and Leanne got 2 points, so now it's 9-17. Greg Duncan's in with his first bag. Rodney's off to the left just a little bit with his first bag. Duncan's up. He's going to settle down on the left-hand side. That bag's going to be in the blue zone. He's up. He's in with that last bag. Rodney's up. He blocks it. He puts a little more pressure on Duncan here. Oh, when Duncan does a roll cut and goes in, Rodney goes up. That's a 10 on 4, giving him 6. Going to make it 15-17 now. Leanne and Duncan have made a comeback here. They're getting a little bit closer. Leanne throws a level 2 block up on the left-hand side. It's more in her lane than it is Jacob's. Jacob's going to cut around this bag and go in, and he does. Leanne goes up. She pushes that bag just a little bit closer, goes to the middle of the board with a level 1 block. Jacob does a replacement, leaving his bag outside of the hole. Leanne goes up and she throws a bag on top of it. That's going to make it a little bit harder to drag, but it can be dragged. Oh, and Jacob throws it a little bit hard and he goes off to the right of the board. Leanne goes off the board. Jacob's in with that last bag. Oh, and that's the end of the game right there. That's it. Jacob Gore and Rodney Love. I think I needed a little nap. Right now it's 8-3. 0-3. We got Jacob Gore, Rodney Love, Say Sue, and Caleb Martin. Say Sue had first bag. His first bag was off to the left. Rodney's first bag is off to the left. Say Sue throwed his second bag. It went off to the right. Rodney's second bag is off the board. Rodney's in with his third bag. Say Sue's got 3 bags on. He goes up. He hits it hard. He almost drags Rodney's bag in with him, but Rodney hits it too hard, making it a 6-on-4, giving Say Sue 2 more points. Making it 5-0 right now. But the game is still young. Jacob's in with that first bag. Jacob's off the board on the right-hand side with that next bag. Martin throws up and pushes his bag in, but he goes off the board. Jacob pushes Martin's bag just a little bit closer on the right side. Martin drags them both in. It's a 9-on-4 right now. Jacob goes up. He hits that bag. He almost drags it in, but not quite. But he did save himself some points, a few points. So now Say Sue is up. He's in with his first bag. Rodney's in with his first bag. Say Sue's off to the right just a little bit with his second bag. Rodney's in with his second. So Say Sue is off to the left with his third bag. Say Sue puts up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Jacob's telling Rodney to go up. Rodney goes up. He hits Say Sue's bag, but it don't knock Rodney's bag in. Hey Penny, how are you? They got 2 bags on the right-hand side of the board, each one of them. Jacob's next bag lines up with those first 2. Caleb goes up. Jacob does a bar of soap on Caleb's bag, pushing it back to the back of the board. Then he tries a hard push shot. Caleb goes up. That bag is stuck on the edge of the board, making it a 6-on-2. Say Sue's up. His first bag's off to the left just a little bit. Rodney's in. Say Sue's off of the board. It goes right past the left right-hand side of that hole. Say Sue sets up behind his other bag on the left-hand side. Rodney sets up behind it also. Say Sue goes over the hole and goes past it. Don't go in. Rodney goes in. So here's Jacob. He has first bag. Let's see what Jacob's going to do with that first bag. His first bag's off to the left just a little bit, but it's still playable, folks. Caleb Martin goes in. Jacob pulls that bag just a little bit closer and goes in with his second bag. Martin tries to set up a level 1 block and ends up going to the right just a little bit too far. Jacob pushes that one bag off to the left just a little bit, but he goes in. But that bag's going to be out of play. Martin goes to the right with his last bag, giving Jacob 2 more points. So now the score is going to be 10. No, it's going to be 8-11. Here goes Rodney. Rodney's first bag is in. Seisu is off to the right again. His bag is off just a little bit. Rodney's in with his second bag. Seisu finally got one in. Rodney goes a little bit hard and goes to the back of the board, but his bag's still on the board. Now he can airmail drag this bag, but he chooses just to throw it in. Seisu just throws his in. So it's going to be a 10-10 wash. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 1 block right in the middle of the board. Caleb goes up. He was trying to set up behind Jacob's board and push it back and push it in, but he went just a little bit off to the right. Jacob does a roll bag and goes in. Martin tries to push Jacob's bag in and ends up hitting a little bit hard and going off the board to the left. Jacob tries a light, easy shot, sets up behind it, but it's to the right. Caleb pushes that bag out of play, so Jacob's going to have a 10. Oh, right now he's got an 8. Oh, And Caleb Martin ended up getting a 5. He ended up giving up 3 points, and guess what? We have a tied game. Right now, Rodney Love is in with his first bag. Seisu is off to the left with his first bag. Rodney pushes up against Seisu's bag just a little bit. Seisu goes up. He sets up a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Rodney pushes up against it, pushes his bag up against his other bag to the left there. Seisu goes up for airmail and hits it. Here goes Jacob. His first bag, he sets up a level 1 block. He's sitting dead in front of the hole. Caleb goes off to the left just a little bit. Jacob's up. He pushes that bag a little closer, tilts it, but it don't go in. Martin takes it in with his next bag. Jacob's in for a 7 right now. Martin's in for a 7. Jacob's in for a 10. Martin's in for a 10. So we got a 10-10 wash right there. So here we go. Rodney has first bag and it's in. Seisu had first bag and it was in. Rodney's in with his third bag. Seisu's in with his third bag. Rodney's in for a 4-bagger. Seisu's in for a 4-bagger. Jacob's in with his first bag. Caleb Martin's off to the right with that bag. Jacob sets up to the left of Caleb's bag right in front of the hole. Caleb drags his bag in, goes in with Jacob's bag. Jacob goes in for a 9. Martin's in for a 7. Jacob goes up. He lands up against Martin's bag and it slows his bag down and don't go in. Martin tries to go around it on the left side and ends up going off of the board. what's going on here. All right. Rodney's up. He's off to the left with that first bag. Seisu goes in with his first bag. Seisu goes up. He pushes up against Rodney's bag on the left-hand side, but his bag is playable. Rodney goes up with a hard shot. Looked like he was throwing a light airmail. So he goes over to the right and goes in on the right-hand side, making it a 7-on-3 right now. That's an 8-on-3. That gives them 5 points. That's going to bring them closer to the win. They got 16 to Jacob and Rodney's 15. So it's not too far that it can't be caught up. Caleb goes in with his first bag. Jacob goes in with his. Caleb's in with his second bag. Jacob's in with his second bag. Caleb's in with his third. Jacob's off to the right, but it's still playable. Ooh. And Martin goes to the left and goes up the middle and sets up right behind Jake's bag. Now Jake, he goes up hard. He tried a roll shot and it ends up going up against it just a little bit too hard and stops, giving Soy and Caleb Martin 2 more points. There's Soy. He's off to the left just a little bit. He's set up in Rodney's lane. Rodney tries to go around it and goes off of the board. Soy goes up. He pushes up against it. He's just sitting there in front of the hole now. Rodney goes to the left. He's got a wall block. He's got a wall on the left-hand side, but Seisu takes advantage of it. Rodney goes in with that next bag, making it a 4-on-7. So he takes both of them bags in at the same time, and that's going to be the game, everybody. Jacob Gore, Rodney Love fall into the hands of Soy and Caleb Martin. You can hear me yawning, I'm sure. How are we sounding, Dante? Can you hear me? Are you still responding to me any? Hey, what's up, Dante? Hope your mom's doing well, Dante. Hope she's getting better. Good, that's good. Thank you, Dante. Appreciate you. Cindy Rosavannah. Hey, Cindy. That's good, Dante. Glad to hear she's doing better. Tell her that we're thinking about her, keeping her in our thoughts and prayers. So we got Luke Duncan and Penny Arant coming up against Jacob Gore and Rodney Love. Yeah, I wish you could be here tonight too, Dante. It's not a whole lot of folks here tonight. It's not a normal Thursday night, I'll tell you that, because usually, it's pretty much packed out, but it's not tonight. We've got plenty of room. Well, that's good. It's good. Got a little bit of sleepiness on me. I got to do something to get woke up here in a little bit. All right. We're just doing the down and backs right now. So I think they're ready to start now. Got Jacob Gore. He's throwing first. I think he has first bag. He's throwing against Luke Duncan. Jacob's in with his first bag. Luke's off to the right with his first bag, and off of the board, Jacob goes to the left. He sets up on the left-hand side of the hole, but he can still pull that bag in. It's still playable. Jacob goes up for an airmail and hits it. Beautiful shot. Duncan goes up. He hits Jacob's bag right on the corner and pulls it closer to the hole. Jacob stepping out to the right. Oh, he goes up. He drags all of them bags in, but he has a 12 on. See what? Oh, and Duncan goes up with an air mess, 12 on 7. He only gives up 5. He done good. He spared himself some points right there, the loss of some points. So, but we got Rodney up. Rodney has first back. Rodney Love. He goes to the left just a little bit of that hole, but he sets up. Penny throws up against it, slides around it right beside of his bag. Love drags Penny's bag in, leaving his bag to the right in front of the hole. Penny goes up, taking them both in, cleaning up the front of the hole. Rodney Love goes to the right with that next bag. Penny goes to the right, but her bag's on the slick side. Rodney misses that bag. Penny goes up hard, but she ends up getting 3 points. So here we go. We got Jacob Gore coming back up. Well, Luke Duncan actually has first bag. Luke's first bag's off to the right just a little bit. Now, Jacob plays it right. He goes up against it, and he's just a little bit to the right himself. So he's going to have to decide if he's going to try to pull this bag out of there and go and pull it in. Oh, he pulls it around. He hits it just right. Pulls it around. Duncan goes off to the right. Now, Jacob's got a wall built up on the right-hand side of these bags. He goes up hard, and he pushes Duncan's bag up just a little bit closer. Duncan goes over. He's got a bag sitting in front of the hole along with Jacob Gore's bag. Oh, Jacob goes up for bar of soap. Ends up taking one of Duncan's. It's 6 on 10. They got 4 points, but that was a good shot. That was a good shot, but he didn't do the bar of soap, but he did do a hard push and took two of his bags in. Rodney goes off to the left with that first bag. Penny's off to the right and off of the board. Love's bag's still on. Love goes in. Penny goes in. Love goes in. Penny goes off to the left and off of the board. Love is almost in with that last bag. Penny tries to go around it. Jacob Gore's first bag is in the hole. Luke Duncan's off to the right. He's setting up over on Jacob's lane. Jacob hits his bag. It bumps it over just a little bit. Then Luke goes up, sets up beside of Jacob's bag. Jacob does a push and does a hard drag and drags both of his bags in. Then he goes to the back of the board. That bag is just sitting there, though. It could fall in. Oh, and it does. So it's a 12 on 5, giving them 7 points, making it 20-33 right now. So Penny and Luke Duncan have some work to do if they can pull this out. Rodney's in with his first bag. Penny's up. She does a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Rodney pushes up, trying to do a side-by-side. His bag kind of goes over to the left just a little bit. Penny goes up, drags her bag in, and goes in with it. She goes up. She's sitting in front of the board with a level 1 block. Now she has an opportunity here. She pushes Rodney's bag, I think, out of play. It's going to be out of play. Rodney pushes her bag in. All right, here's Luke Duncan, his first bag, straight up the middle. He's got a level 3 block in a diamond. Jacob pushes it up. The bag spins him over to the left just a little bit. Duncan goes up hard and goes off to the right and off of the board. Jacob goes around Duncan's bag and goes in. Duncan goes up with another hard push and goes off the board. Jacob goes around his bag again and goes in. Duncan goes up. He drags 2 bags, but Jacob goes up and lands on the back of the board. It's going to be 6 on 8. Bryant Goodwin, Justin Brandon, Jacob Gore, and Rodney Love. All right, so here we go. Justin Brandon was in with that first bag. Rodney goes in dragging it, and Rodney goes off to the right with that next bag. Justin's in with his third bag. Justin's up. He sets up a level 2 block in front of the hole. Rodney goes up. That right there was a throw down. This was a down and back. So here we go. They starting now. Going to be Bryant Goodwin with the first bag. Jacob Gore has first bag. Jacob's in with his first bag. Goes Bryant Goodwin, the bag god. He's up. He's off to the left just a little bit. He's sitting right dead beside of the blue zone. I don't think that bag's going to be able to be got, but Jacob goes in with his next bag. Bryant goes in with that second bag of his. Now Bryant he sets up behind Jacob's bag. Jacob steps out. He's going to try to do a push. He goes up, he hits his bag and pushes it in the hole, but he goes off to the right. He goes off of the board. Bryant has to catch 2 of these bags to get any points, but if he goes in with just 1, he gives up 1, but that's okay. Giving up 1 point's not that big a deal. So here we go. Rodney has first bag. Rodney's off to the left just a little bit. That bag's going to be out of play. Brandon's in with his first bag. Rodney throws up. He goes beside of that bag, and he's to the right, but he's in front of the hole. Brandon goes up, sets the bag up between Rodney's 2 bags for a block. Rodney ends up hitting it just right and going in with both of those bags. Rodney's up. He sets up in front of the hole for a level 1 block. Brandon goes up for an iron mail and misses. Goes off the board. Making a score now 2-0. Jacob Gore's first bag. It falls a little short. It's to the left. It's out of his lane and in Bryant Goodwin's lane. Bryant Goodwin sets up right dead behind it. Now Jacob's going to have to go around these bags, and he does. He steps out and goes around. Bryant goes up. He tries to go around and goes to the left and goes off of the board. Jacob Gore's in with his next bag. Bryant's in with his next bag. Jacob's up. He throws up, and he's got a bag set up in the middle of the hole, right sitting in front of on the blue zone, right in front of the hole, right in the middle of it. Oh, Brian goes up for an iron mail and ends up going off the back of the board, so it's going to be 8-on-4, giving up 4 points. Here we go. We got Rodney. Rodney Love's in with his first bag. Brandon's off to the left just a little bit. He's set up in Rodney's lane. Rodney goes past that bag, don't even touch it and go in. Brandon drags it around just a little bit. There's Rodney. He's off to the left. So this is going to be well, it ain't now. Bryant goes off with that next bag. Justin Brandon. Oh, he goes up for an air mail. He goes to the left just a little bit and stays on the board. But he give up a couple more points. Jacob has first bag. He goes off to the right just a little bit, but that bag's still playable unless Bryant Goodwin can knock it over just a little bit. He chooses, it goes to the left. Jacob tries to drag it around just a little bit. Bryant goes off to the left again. Jacob goes up. He hits that bag trying to drag it in and goes in, but he misses. He didn't take the other bag with him, but here's his opportunity. Oh, and he hits an airmail drag, making it a 12-on-6. Score now is 15-0, favor Jacob Gore and Rodney Love. Rodney's in with that first bag. Justin's off to the left just a little bit with his first bag. Rodney goes to the right and goes off of the back of the board with his second bag. Justin goes to the left. It's 2-on-3 right now. Rodney goes to the left, 2-on-4. Oh, and Justin goes in with that next bag. Now if Justin can go in with this bag here, oh, he goes a little bit hard. Goes off of the back of the board, giving up 1 more point. Jacob's up with his first bag. He sets up in Bryant's lane. Bryant goes up and he drags both of those bags in, clearing the front of the hole out. Jacob goes in with his next bag. Bryant sets up a level 1 block. Jacob goes up with a hard airmail, misses, goes off of the board. Bryant goes to the right of that bag. Jacob goes in for a 9. Bryant goes to the back of the board for a 8, giving up 1 point. So here we go. Here goes Rodney. Rodney's first love of Rodney's first bag is off to the right. Hey, anytime, Mike. All right, Justin's in. Rodney's in. Rodney goes up for a hard airmail, and both of them go off of the board, one to the left and one straight back. Rodney goes up. He pushes up against his bag. Now Justin, he can go in here. He can get a couple points here. He goes up and the bag stops. Here we go. Jacob Gore's up. He has first bag. His first bag is in. Brian Goodwin is in with his first bag. Jacob sets up a level 1 block right dead in front of the hole. Bryant pushes Jacob's bag in, leaves his bag sitting in front of the hole. He goes up for airmail, but he hits the board and his bag falls in. Jacob goes up for a push. He ends up going to the right. He barely did touch that bag. Goes off to the right. Now Bryant could put it. Oh, Bryant could have put it on the board for a 1 point, but he ends up throwing off the back of the board, giving up 2 more points. So now the score is 18-0. Favor Jacob Gore and Rodney Love. Rodney's up and in with his first bag. Justin's in with his first bag. Rodney's off to the left just a little bit. Justin's off to the left just a little bit. They both of those bags are out of play. Rodney throws up against Justin's bag. Justin throws up behind Rodney's bag so he can't drag that bag. Rodney goes up for an airmail and misses. Oh, and Justin goes in with that last bag, gaining 3 points. So right now the score is 18-3. Right, Goodwin, he's in with his first bag. Jacobs Gore's in with his first bag. Bryant's off to the left with that next bag. Jacobs in with his next bag. Bryant's off. He drags that bag by the corner just a little bit closer to the hole. Now Bryant's going up for an airmail. He hits the airmail. Jacob goes up for a hard push and pushes Bryant's bag off and his bag, making it a 9-on-7. So now the score is going to be 5-18. So here we go. Here goes Justin Brandon. His first bag is in. Rodney's first bag is in. Justin's first bag is in. Rodney's second bag is in. Justin's third bag is in. Rodney's off to the left and off of the back of the board. Justin's off to the back of the board to the left. That bag's out of play. Still going to be a 10-on-9, giving them 1 more point. Bryant Goodwin still has bag. Bryant Goodwin's up with a level 1 block in front of the hole. Jacob pushes Bryant's bag in. Bryant pushes his bag up behind Jacob's bag to help keep Jacob from dragging. Jacob goes up. He spins around that bag. He almost goes in, but it's sitting there. Bryant goes up, knocks Jacob's bag in, and sits up on the back right-hand side of the board. Jacob bullies Bryant's bag back just a little bit. Now, Bryant could possibly step out, take this other bag, but then again, I don't know what he's going to accomplish if he does. I think he's just going to set up for a block, and that's what he does. Now, Jacob has an opportunity for a bar of soap. Let's see if he takes it. Oh, and he didn't take advantage of it. But still, yet Jacob got 1 point because it was 7-6. Rodney Love has first bag. His first bag is in. Justin's first bag, he sets up on the right hand side in his lane. Rodney goes up, pushes Justin's bag in. Justin goes in with the second bag. Rodney goes over the hole with his third bag. Justin goes in with his third. It's 9-5. It's going to be 9-6 right now. Now Justin can go in for a 12, get 6 points, and he goes off to the right and misses the whole board. Goes off to the side rails it, but he still gains. So he gets 3 points, making it 9-19. They still 10 points down. I don't know if these boys are going to outlast Jacob Gore and Rodney Love or not. All right, Bryant's off to the right. He's in Jacob's lane. Jacob tries a little roll shot, goes up beside of Bryant's bag. Jacob goes up for a roll shot, roll drag. He drags that bag in and goes in with his other bag, making it 6-2 right now. Oh, and Bryant goes up. Jacob drags two of Bryant's bags in. Bryant goes up. He sets up his last bag at the hole when Jacob goes off to the right. But Jacob still gets 2 points, making it 21-9. So we got Jacob Gordon, Rodney Love up against Brandon Kimry and Shane Hagwood. What's up, Texas? Austin. Yeehaw! Austin wearing a cowboy hat around here, walking around here. If he gets over here on court one, y'all might be able to get this in. So we got Brandon Kimry and Shane Hagwood coming up in this next round. They're going to be playing Jacob Gore and Rodney Love. I'm going to take a little short break right here, right quick. I'll be right back. Excuse me for just a minute. Hey, good evening, Sang Vang. Appreciate you tuning in. We got the transition here now. Them boys has done played. So now we got Jacob Gore, Rodney Love, Brandon Kimmery, and Shane Hagwood playing here in this next round. Actually, this next game. Here on court 1. So we got Jacob Gore throwing against Brandon Kimmery. Brandon has first bag. His first bag is up and over to the left. That bag is going to be out of play. Jacob goes off to the right. That bag is not quite out of play, but Brandon pushes it around just a little bit. Jacob goes up. He twists it around a little bit straighter. That bag could be out of play. Let's see what Jacob does here. He could possibly try to drag this bag in. He does try, but he goes over to the left just a little bit too far. Brandon pushes up against it. Now he's got that bag blocked off from Jacob pushing it in. Jacob goes around it and goes in for a 10 on 8, gaining 2 points in that first round. And here's Rodney Love. He's up and he's throwing against Mr. Hagwood over here, Shane Hagwood. Rodney throws a level 2 block up right in the middle of the board. Shane goes up. He sets up beside of Rodney's bag. He drags all of those bags in, cleaning them up. Rodney goes off to the left with his next bag. Hagwood goes a little bit too hard and goes to the back of the board. Now, he could drag this bag if he wanted to do airmail, but I don't know if he will or not. He chooses just to go up beside of it, and it's a 8-on-8 wash. Hey, Mr. Hagwood. Jacob's in with his first bag. Kimmery's in with his first bag. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 4 block on the bottom of the board. Kimmery goes up and over it and goes in. Now Jacob's trying to decide what's he want to do here. Does he want to try to push this bag? Or if he wants to just go around it, he tries to push it and he goes too low and he does a whoopsie. Oh, and Jacob goes up. He pushes Kimmery's bag off of the back of the board, but his bag stays up. Kimmery goes up. He hits it. It's a 9-on-4, I think it is. Allowing Brandon Kimmery and his partner to go and get the lead now. It's 4-2 now. Here's here's Shane Hagwood. He's up and he's in. Rodney's up. He's off to the left just a little bit. Hagwood is in with his next bag. Rodney's in with his next bag. Hagwood's off to the left. He's in Rodney's lane. Let's see what Rodney does. Rodney tries to go around it and goes just a little bit too far to the right. Now Hagwood, he had an opportunity. He hit that bag and drug it around just a little bit. Rodney Love goes to the left of it just a little bit. So that was a 6-on-9, I think. I think they got 3 more points. So now we have Brandon Kimmery. He's up, and let's see what he does with this first bag. He's up. He sets up on the left-hand side for a level 1 block. Jacob sits right beside of it. Now let's see what Kimmery's going to do here. Is he going to try to clean it up? Yes, he tries to clean it up. He pushes everything up just a little bit closer to the hole. Now Jacob could do a bar of soap here. Oh, and he does, and he knocks Kimmery's bag off the back of the board, taking both of his bags in. Kimmery goes up. He's off to the left just a little bit. Jacob's in with that bag. He's got his 9-on-7 right now. Jacob's in for a 12. That gives him 5. It's going to bring them closer It's going to be 7 on 8 now, 7-8. Brandon Kimry and Shane Hagwood have 8 points. They're still in the lead. Rodney Love's in with his first bag. Hagwood in with his first bag. Rodney's off to the left with his second bag. Hagwood's in with his second bag. Rodney's off to the left. Hagwood's in with that third bag. Rodney's in for 7. Hagwood's off to the right, but he has 9. He gets 2 points. Whew. Here's Brandon Kimry. He has first bag. Hey, good evening, Shing Bang. Brandon sits up on the left-hand side. Jacob goes around that bag and goes in. Now Brandon has that bag. Oh, he drags it in, making it a 6 on 3 right now. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Now Brandon, he goes up. He pushes Jacob's bag in. Goes off to the right just a little bit. Jacob goes off to the right behind Brandon's bag, set up on the diamond shape of the bag. Now Brandon can go to the left and go in. Instead he goes to the right and pushes up against Jacob's bag. Now Jacob can Oh, and Jacob pushes his bag. Oh, he drags 2 bags in, pushes Brandon's bag back to the back of the board, making it a 12 on 8. I'm telling you now, this kid is on fire right now. So him and Rodney has the lead right now, 11-10. Rodney goes off to the right. Hagwood goes in. Rodney's in with that second bag. Hagwood's in with his second bag. Rodney's in with his third bag. Hagwood's in with his third bag. Rodney's in. He goes to the left. Hagwood goes straight up the middle. It's 10 on 8. Hagwood had a chance to get 4 and ends up with 2. So now we have Brandon Kimry, Jacob Gore throwing back down. Brandon Kimry's in. Jacob throws up. He goes up high, trying to set that bag in front of the hole for a level 1 block. He goes to the right. Kimry goes to the right, sets up behind Gore's bag. Gore goes up and goes in with his second bag. It's 4 on 4 right now. Brandon Kimry's in. Jacob Gore's in. Brandon Kimry's in with his last bag. Jacob Gore's in with his last bag, making it a 10 on 10 wash. So now we have Hagwood and Love throwing back down. Love has first bag. Oh no, Hagwood had first bag. Rodney's in with his first bag. Hagwood's bag falls off the back of the board. His bag's set up on the edge. He throws a level 1 block right in front of the hole. He goes up. He drags him 2 bags. It's 6 on 4 right now. Rodney goes up. He goes to the left. It's 6 on 7. Hagwood goes in for a 9. Rodney goes in for a 8, making it a 9 on 8, only giving up 1 point. Now, Brandon Kimry and Shane Hagwood, they have the lead now, 13 to Jacob Gore, and Rodney Love's 11. Kimry has first bag. Kimry's first bag's off to the right just a little bit. That bag is in Jacob Gore's lane, but Jacob goes up, pushes flush up against it. Now Jacob can drag this bag of his right here. Let's see. Oh, he goes up. He throws a little bit to the right. It's a little bit too far to the right. Brandon Kimry steps out to the left. Oh, he goes up. He hits the bags and goes over to the left just a little bit with that. Oh, and Jacob Gore throws a hard push, knocks two of his bags in, one of Kimry's bags. Kimry goes up. He drags that bag in and sets up behind. He's got two bags leaning in. It's going to be 9-on-8. He give up 1 point, making it 12-13 now. Is that your son? Rodney Love goes in with his first bag. Hagwood goes to the left. Hagwood's in with his second bag. It's 4-on-4. Rodney goes to the left again. Hagwood's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of Rodney. So here goes Rodney. He pushes Hagwood's bag in, leaving his bag on the outside. Oh, and Hagwood goes up a little bit hard. He almost cut that bag around that, but it was an 8-on-6. So they got 2 more points. So now it's 15-12 favor Brandon Kimry and Shane Hagwood. Kimry's up with first bag. Kimry goes in. Gore's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Kimry goes up. He pushes Gore's bag a little bit closer, but he spins around to the left. Gore pushes that bag just a little bit, pushes his bag in, but he spins around to the left, but that bag's still in play. Kimry pushes that, bullies it over just a little bit. He spins it on the round. It's going to make it harder for Jacob to get. Jacob spins it around just a little bit. He gets it closer to the hole. Oh, and Kimry's off to the left, and he skits off the side of the board. Jacob goes up for a 12-on-7, getting 5 points. Now it's going to be 17. Oh, wow. Thank you, Nick. I got it. Huh? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, that'll be all right. Well, that's good. They need to know I'm eating then. I ain't eating yet. Rodney goes off the back of the board right there. Hagwood stays on the board. What? Oh, my. All right. Well, Brandon Kimry and Shane Hagwood take down Rodney Love and Jacob Gore. All right, folks, we're going to take a small break right quick. All right, I'm back. Just had to swallow down a little slice of pizza there, and took a little small break there. Keith Wilkinson's first bag is in. They're on the left side. Martin Colberly and Danny Troutman's in the lead by 13-3. Martin's in. Martin sets up for a level 1 block. Keith knocks him in. Now Martin can go in for a 12. Oh, he goes up. He tries to go around that bag, and it don't cut around. It goes off of the board. But I think they still got a couple points there. Or no, sir. That was a wash. So John Fenton throws his first bag. It's off to the right just a little bit. I missed my transition. John Fenton's in. He drags a bag in with that bag. Danny Troutman goes off of the back of the board with that bag. That last bag goes off. Throws it just a little bit too hard, giving up a couple points. Now the score is 13-6. Keith Wilkinson has first bag. His first bag goes to the left, and it's sitting on the back of the board. Keith's in with that third bag. Keith's off to the left with that last bag. Martin Colberly goes up with the airmail and hits it. Making it 15-6 now. Troutman's first bag is off to the back of the board. Fenton's first bag is off to the right, and they drag each. Troutman drags Fenton's bag in. Fenton goes in with his next bag with a go around. Oh, Fenton goes up, but he tries to drag that other bag in. Ends up going to the left and stopping just short of the hole. Now we got Keith Wilkinson throwing back. Score right now is 8-15. Keith has first bag. His first bag setting up on the right-hand side into Colberly's lane. Colberly knocks that bag in and goes off to the right to the corner of the board. Keith sets up a level 3 block. Colberly steps out and goes in. Keith tries to push that bag just a little bit closer. Now he's still got that bag in front of the hole, but he's got a bag also to the left there. So Colberly throws it up the middle and sets it up for a level 1 block. Keith Wilkinson tries a push and ends up taking both bags to the back of the board, so it's going to be a 6-on-6 wash. All right, Fenton's first bag is in. Troutman's first bag is to the right. Fenton's next bag is in. Troutman's bag's in. Fenton's in with that bag. Troutman sets up a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole. John goes up and he sets up, and it's going to be a 10-10 wash. So here we go. Keith Wilkinson has first bag. His first bag's off to the left, but it's in play. Colberly sits up to the right. Now his bag is in his lane. Wilkinson pushes them 2 bags up a little bit closer to the hole. Oh, and Coberly sets up behind Wilkinson's bag. Now Wilkinson has a chance here. He could go up for a short airmail and drag 3 of these bags, but he chooses just to throw up. He was trying to set up behind Coberly's bag, but he ends up going off to the right just a little bit. Now they're walking down. They're going to see what's going on, see what they can do and what they can't do here. So that was a quick look. They took a quick look at it. They got their decision made. So now we got Wilkinson's up with his last bag. Now this is the last bag of this round. Oh, Wilkinson goes up for a hard push, or short airmail rather. He hits behind the board, the bags, but he stays on the board. So Coberly just throws his bag up just to wash it out. Just playing smart cornhole here. All right, John Fenton, he's in with his first bag. Troutman's in with his first bag. Fenton's in. Martin's off to the right. He's setting up in Fenton's lane. Now Fenton goes up the middle and sets up a level 1 block. Fenton goes up with a hard push and pushes that bag in, but goes off of the back of the board. Here we go. Keith Wilkinson has first bag. Keith Wilkinson first bag's off to the left just a little bit. Now that bag still can be played if he don't push it out no further. He goes up. He goes to the left of it. He pushes it in a little bit closer. Coberly ends up throwing a bag behind it and kind of to the left of it, trying to trap it. Wilson goes up on the slick side, throws behind Coberly's bag. Coberly goes up, sitting beside of Wilkinson's bag. Now Coberly has a wall built up around them 2 bags. And also Keith Wilkinson can actually do an airmail, but he throws up and it goes to the left, sticking on the left-hand side of the board. Troutman's in with his first bag. Troutman's off to the right. John Fenton's got 1 bag sitting there in the center of the hole. Troutman pushes John's bag up, John Fenton's bag up. He sets up a level 2 block. John goes off of the board off the left-hand side of the board, giving up another point. Making the score now. Oh, he gave up more than a couple. It's 20-10 now. Favor Martin Coberly and Danny Troutman. Coberly's up. He's off to the left just a little bit. He's setting up in Keith Wilkinson's lane. Keith goes up. He pushes against Coberly's bag, pushing it closer to the hole. Coberly goes up and around it and goes in, leaving his bag set up for that block. Wilkinson drags that bag in and goes in with it. Coberly's in with his next bag. It's 9-7. Now it's 9-7. Oh, and Coberly goes to the back of the board. Keith Wilkinson can wash it out, and he does. It's 10-10 wash. Troutman's in with his first bag. Fenton's in with his first bag. Troutman's off to the left with his next bag. Fenton's in with his next bag. Martin's in with that bag. Danny's in with that next bag. Danny flips to the back of the board. John goes in. going to be 20 on. It's going to be 20 to 10, 20 to 11 right now. Keith Wilkerson and and Fenton is trying to work their way back in this game. Wilkinson's in. Colberly's in. Wilkinson sets up on the right-hand side and Colberly lane. Colberly cleans it up, goes in with it. Wilkinson catches a bag to the left. That bag drifts over to the left. Colberly goes in around it. Ooh, Keith Wilkinson stepped out trying to drag that bag in. Ooh. And Colberly goes up and goes in, and it's going to be over. All right, Danny, let's go. Huh? I know. What'd you do? When? When? A while ago. On Saturday. Whoo! He didn't get you big time, did he? Oh, did they? Oh, bless you. Oh, gosh, man. Well, I'm glad you're still alive. Really? Jesus. Danny was just telling me he got bit by a copperhead Saturday and didn't get out of the hospital till Monday. And he's up here throwing cornhole tonight. All right, so we have Martin Colberly, Danny Troutman throwing against David Polk and Josh Klutz. They're doing their down and back now. Ooh. All right, I think they're ready to start now. I think David Pope and Martin Coberly's going to start it off. All right, here we go. David Pope's in with his first bag. Coberly throws a bag up behind. Then he pushes his bag in. David pushes his bag in, but David's bag goes to the right just a little bit. And Coberly goes in, dragging two bags with him. It's a 9 on 10 right now. And Coberly goes up, and he makes it a 12 on 10. Taking the first 2 points, drawing first blood. Go, Danny Chapman's up first. Danny's first bag is in. Josh's first bag is in. Danny's second bag is off to the right. Josh is by Danny's bag and goes in. Danny goes back to the left. Josh goes in for a 9 on 5 right now. It's 9 on 6. Josh goes a little bit hard and goes to the back of the board, and he could have had 6, but instead he got 4. David Polk has first bag. David's off to the right just a little bit. That bag is still not out of play completely. It could be drug in. David pushes Coberly's bag in and sits up with a level 1 block in its place. Coberly goes up. He drags that bag in. He cleans out the front of the hole. Pope goes off. It goes off to the left, just so to the right. Coberly's off to the right. Right now it's 7 on 5. And David Pope steps out and goes in with that last bag, making his a 8. Coberly goes up, throws it up against his own bag and stops, then makes it a 8 on 8 wash. So here we go. Josh Klutz has first bag. His first bag is off the back of the board. Troutman's first bag's off to the right, but it's still on the board. Klutz is off to the left. Troutman's in the hole. Klutz is in. Troutman's up. He sits up behind Josh Klutz's bag. Now Troutman's stepping out. He's going to try to drag this bag if he can. He drags one of Josh Klutz's bags in. It's going to be an 8 on 7. Here's Coberly. His first bag is in. Pope sets up a level 1 block right dead in front of the hole. Coberly pushes around Pope's bag. Pope goes up. He throws that bag just a little bit further to the right than I think he wanted to. Coberly goes up. He hits his bag and goes off of the board. Coberly needs a go around. David Pope could drag these 2 bags in. But Coberly sets up a block right behind him. Pope goes up hard. He tries to airmail it, and he ends up going off to the left, but it stays on the board, giving him 1 point. Josh Klutz has first bag. Josh Klutz's first bag is in. Troutman goes up. He sets up right in front of the board for a level 5 block. He goes off to the left with that next bag. Klutz is in the hole with 2 bags and set a bag up in front of the hole. He goes up. He drags that bag. Now Troutman has to do something. Troutman goes in dragging that bag, but he gives up 6 in the meantime. right. Poke sets a bag up on the right-hand side in front of the hole. Coberly sets up behind him. Poke goes up. He pushes that bag. He hits Coberly's bag and twists that bag around. Coberly sets up a block right behind Poke. So they both have blocks sitting in front of the hole. Poke goes up for a short airmail and hits it and drags the bag in. Coberly stepping out. He's going to try to drag that bag on the right-hand side. He goes up. He hits it right, but he just didn't have enough power on it. Pope goes up. He sets up a bag behind Coberly's, giving him a block. So here he goes. He's undecided what he's going to do. He's stepping out to the far right, far as he can step. Oh, he tries an airmail shot and misses, goes off of the back of the board, making it an 8-on-3, giving up 5 more points. So the score is going to be 16-3 now. Here's Josh Klutz. Josh is in with his first bag. Danny's off to the left just a little bit. Josh Klutz knocks that bag a little bit closer to the hole for Danny. Danny goes up. He goes in with his next bag. Then he does a whoopsie. Klutz goes offside, drills it to the left, and goes off of the board. Troutman goes off of the back of the board to the right. It's going to be a 5-on-4. David Polk has first bag, 17-3 now. David Polk is off to the right with that bag. That bag's going to be out of play. Coberly made sure of that. He pushed that bag out, bullied it out just a little bit. He hits off of it again, goes in. Polk goes in. Coberly goes in for a 9. Polk's in for 10. Oh, Coberly's in for 12, gaining 2 points. So here we go. Danny Troutman has first bag this round. Danny sets up a level 3 block in front of the hole. Josh goes up and over it and goes in. That was a beautiful shot. Josh goes up again. He hits it. It's hanging on the back side. Oh, and Coberly stops it from going in with his last bag. Oh, he tries to push that bag and do a short airmail drag, but Josh ends up going in. So Josh Klutz and David Polk end up winning that round. We do not own the rights to this music that's being played here tonight. Want to thank our sponsors once again. We have Hartzell's Garage Door and Company. We got Bag Junkies. We also have Kelly's Bars and Grills and Aftermarket Car Parts. And we got Bag Junkies. We also have Headlights Are Us, home of Krave Compound. We got Bridges Corp. And we got Angie's Pressure Washing. Want to thank all of our sponsors again. Want to thank all of you guys that have tuned in tonight. I just have a couple with me right now, but we're fixing to have some more games here. We're just waiting on the other side over there to finish their rounds, and they'll be back over here in just a few minutes. So go grab you a soda, pop you some popcorn right quick, and come back and let's watch some cornhole. Can't wait. I just can't wait to get back out there on them boards again, and it's not going to be much longer. It's going to be about 3 more weeks. I mean, I've been playing in between times, but I've been doing the commentating for Mickey Cook on Thursdays and Mondays, and I have enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure being on here. I thank everyone that has participated and commented on the live feed whenever we're on. I appreciate you guys a lot. Hope you don't quit watching, because I'm not going to be doing the commentating after September. I'm making plans to start playing more. I'm going to, put myself out there a little bit. But anyway, we want to thank you guys. Appreciate you a whole lot. Looking forward to meeting some of you guys one of these days. We always have a good time here at Krave Cornhole. It's always a pleasure to come down and play with these guys. Good competition, heavy competition sometimes, especially when these other guys are on and they're throwing. We miss some of the guys that used to come down here but no longer come. Some of them's moved out of town. Some of them have jobs that takes them away from home. But we think about them and we appreciate them. We appreciate the time that they've spent here at Krave Cornhole. We thank them for their competition. Hey, Spencer Matlock. Wesley Hartsfield and Brandon Kimmery's just over here throwing. They just passing time away, warming up. Miss Tony Manus here tonight. Caught me taking a nap. Caught me napping, did you? Oh, yeah. So we got Zach Donahue and Landon Yao. They were going to be playing David Polk and Josh Klutz. All right, so here we go. Let's see who's going to start this off. Zach Donahue and Landon Yao playing David Polk and Josh Klutz. Landon Yao, David Polk starting it off. David Polk has first bag. They won the toss. They won the spin. Landon's up beside of David, right behind David Polk. David hits Landon's bag and goes in. Landon goes up. He drags both of his bags in, cleans it up in the middle, leaving David Polk's bag on the right hand side. David's in for a 10. Landon's in for a 12. So Landon Yao and Zach Donahue's going to draw first blood here. Donahue has first bag. Donahue's up. Josh puts up a bag beside of Donahue's bag. Donahue's right up the middle, dragging both of those bags in. Klutz goes around his bag, leaving it sitting there. Donahue goes up. He pushes up against Josh's bag. Donahue's in for a 10. Ooh, and Josh is off of the back of the board for a 5 on 10, giving up 5 points. Landon sets up a level 2 block, a level 3 block. Right dead in the center of the board. David goes up, tries to go around it, but he skids off to the right and goes off of the back of the board. Landon tries to go around it and goes off to the back of the board. He's still on the board, but he's off. David throws an airmail and goes in. Landon pushes that bag in, Now David's going to try to throw a block, and he does. He throws a block. Landon can go short airmail and get this. So, oh, and he does a roll bag, and he goes in, dragging a bag with him. David goes up for an airmail and misses it. It's going to be an 8-on-4. Zach Donahue has first bag. His first bag is in. Josh's first bag's to the back of the board, but it's hanging in the hole. It's going to go. It's coming. He pushes Zach's bag in. His bag gets a little bit closer. Every time a bag hits the board, he pushes over to the center of the board, pushing Zach Donahue's bag kindly away. Donahue goes up. He hits that bag. Josh goes off of the board, making it a 10-on-7, giving up 3 more points, making it 14-0 now. Landon Yow's in with his first bag. David sets up a level 3 block in front of him, in front of Landon, and Landon throws his next bag off the board. David does a side-by-side. Oh, David pushes that bag up and goes in. Landon split those 2 bags, trying to keep him from pushing them in. Landon goes in with his next bag. I think he's got 4 in. David goes off to the right. Landon had one off, but it was still 8-on-9, giving up 1 point by David. Oh, actually, he gave up more than 1. He gave up 4. Donahue's up. He sets up a level 1 block. Josh tries to go behind it, throws a little hard, and goes off to the left. Donahue's up the middle, pushing those 2 bags in. Josh is off the right and off of the board. Donahue goes in. He's got 9-on-1. 9-on-1 still yet. Donahue's off to the right. Oh, and Josh misses it for a 10-on-1. So we had David Polk. Zach Donahue and Landon Yow are throwing against Siri Theo. And Culberson. All right, so here we go. Siri and Landon Yow is taking off. Siri has first bag. His first bag's off to the right. but it's sitting right in the edge of the hole. Now he can drag this bag. He pushes Landon Yow's bag up just a little bit closer. Landon pushes his bag back further, sets them all up in front of the hole. Landon goes in, taking 3 bags, 2 bags with him. He goes in for a 9, goes in for a 10 on 8. So Zach Donahue and Landon Yow draw first blood again on this next game. Donahue's in with the first bag. Culberson's off to the left just a little bit. He's set up in Donahue's lane. Donahue tries to go around it and goes a little bit further than he wanted to. Culberson drags that bag just a little bit closer. Oh, he goes up for an airmail and does an airmail in one, knocking Donahue off. Donahue goes up and drags him 2 bags in. Oh, Culberson drags that bag in, making it a 12 on 9. Taking 3 points. Now they've took the lead. Now Siri has first bag. Siri's off to the right again to the corner of that board. Landon's in with his first bag. Siri's off to the right again. Landon goes around Siri's bag and goes in. Siri goes up. She's trying to drag them bags in. Landon goes around to the back side of the board. Siri goes up hard, trying to drag those 2 bags. Now Landon's trying to decide what he wants to do here now. He goes up hard, and it stops on the board, and it's a 8 on 5, I think. Here's Donahue, his first bag. He sets up on the left-hand side in his lane. Culberson goes by and goes in the hole. Donahue pushes his first bag up with his second bag. Culberson sets up behind Donahue. Donahue now goes up. He goes around. He hits Culberson's bag, knocking it in. Culberson goes up. He drags that bag and his bag with it. Donahue steps out. He goes up. He hits it hard. He drags one. One goes off of the board. Culberson goes up. He sets up on the right in the front of the hole on the edge. Didn't have enough juice to take it on in, but the score, they got 1 point. So the score now is 7-4, favor Donahue and Yow. Siri's in with his first bag. Landon goes off to the right just a little bit. Now Landon can drag this bag. He's a good drag. He's got a good drag bag. He goes in. Siri's in. Siri pushes Bully's Landon's bag a little bit further off to the right. Landon goes off with that next bag. Siri tries a hard push and don't push it quite hard enough. Landon goes up and goes off of the board. It's an 8 on 4, giving up 4 points. So now it's going to be 8-7. We have a lead change. Cha-ching! Here we go. Culberson's first bag. He sets it up in the middle of the board. It's a level 2 block. Donahue goes off to the left of Culberson's bag, but now it's in Donahue's lane. Culberson goes up, pushing Donahue's bag further to the left. He's trying to push that bag out of play, and he's got 2 bags set up in the hole. Now Donahue pushes Culberson and his bag up in the middle of the hole. Culberson goes up, he pushes it and takes 2 bags in, leaving 1 for a block. Donahue tries to, and Culberson goes up and he hits that bag for a drag and drags it in for a 12. Donahue goes up, drags a bag for a 10. All right, here's Siri Theo. His first bag is in. Landon's first bag is off to the left on Siri's side. Siri goes up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Landon pushes it in. Now Landon has an opening there, and Siri misses that opening and goes to the left. Then he goes up. He goes off to the right. To the left again. Oh, and Landon tries to drag that, leaving it a 6 on 8, giving up 2 points. He didn't quite push it hard enough. making the score now 12-7, favors Siri and Culberson. Oh, and Clubberson goes off to the left on the back of the board. His bag's still hanging. He goes up. He goes around Donahue's bag, which was set up in the middle. Donahue stepping over. He goes up for a hard push. He pushes that bag just a little bit closer, but not quite as close as he'd like. Clubberson tries an airmail and misses. Donahue tries a push and misses. It goes a whoopsie. He does a whoopsie. Now here goes Culberson. Clubson. He goes up airmail and hits it. Donahue goes up, trying to drag that bag in with his other bag and misses again. Goes off of the board. Giving up 5 points. Here goes Siri Theo. There he's up. That first bag's off to the right. Landon Yao sits up in front of Siri's on Siri's side. Siri goes around it. Landon goes around it. Siri goes around that bag again. Landon drags that bag just a little bit closer. Siri goes around it. Landon has to drag it in and be in with it to gain points, and he does. What a drag. A beautiful drag by Landon Yao. This young man is an upcoming ACL player. He's really been putting in some time. Donahue's in with his first bag. Clubberson, he's in. Donahue sets up a level 1 block right dead in front of Clubberson's lane. Clubberson goes up. He sets up easy behind Donahue. Donahue pushes the 2 bags up a little bit closer. Clubberson does a roll shot. He rolled that bag. He hit that bag and rolled over it and went in. Now Donahue's stepping out. Oh, Donahue tries a hard push and goes off to the right. All right, Clubberson knows what he's going to do now. Let's see what he does. He has an opportunity to gain some points here. Oh, he drags that bag in and goes in with it, making it a 12-7. And Siri, Theo, and Cannon Clubberson have took down Josh Donahue and Landon Yao. So now we got Jackson Gore and Wesley Hartzell playing Siri Theo and Kanan Clubberson. They're doing their down and backs right now. Let me get Wesley Hartzell on for camera here. All right, Siri Theo Jackson Gore is going to start this off. Series first bag is in. Jackson goes in. Series up. He sets up on the left-hand side with a level 1 block. Jack goes up, hits the front of the board just a little bit, and it just moves barely up. Series steps out and drags them 2 bags in right now. It's 9 on 4 right now. Siri has an opportunity. He goes up. He didn't go far. He didn't cut it far enough. He goes up. Jack goes up, pushes the 2 bags up. It's 5 on 10, giving up 5 points. So here we go. Cannon has first bag. He sits up on the right-hand side. He's on his side in his lane. Wesley goes up, sits up behind him. Clubberson tries to go around it and goes just a little bit further to the left than he wanted. Wesley goes around it and goes in. Clubberson goes up, pushes up hard against Wesley's bag. He's got the front of the board blocked right now. Now Wesley has to decide if he wants to go airmail or just set up behind, and he sits up behind. Oh, and Clubberson tries to drag that bag in, go in with it. Wesley goes up for a hard airmail. It goes a foot past the board. He throwed it just a little bit too hard. He put a little bit too much in it, but he did get 2 points. Jackson Gore has first bag. His first bag sets up on the right hand, more on the right than it is in the front. Siri goes up, pushes Jackson's bag a little bit flatter down. Jackson pushes up against it. Now Siri goes up. He pushes up against Jack's bag. Jack goes up for a hard push. He drags all 3 of those bags in. What a shot. Siri drags 2 in. It's 9 on 7 right now. Jack goes in for a 12. Siri goes up, and he goes past the hole for an 8, giving up 4 points. Now we have a lead change. So here we go. Wesley Hartzell has first bag. Wesley's up. He throws a level 1 block up in front of the hole. Clubberson goes around it and goes in. Hartzell goes up the middle and drags that bag and goes in with it. Clubberson's in. Wesley goes off to the right just a little bit. Clubberson goes around Wesley's bag and goes in. Wesley's in with his last bag. Clubberson's up, and that bag stopped short. It was going in, but Wesley Hartzell's bag stopped it from going all the way in, making it a 10-10 wash. Jackson has first bag here, though. His first bag is in. Series off to the right again. That bag's going to be out of play. Jackson's in with that next bag. Series in. Jackson's in. Series in. Jackson's up. He sets up on the left-hand side of that board, and Siri knocks Jackson's bag in, leaving his bag up, just hanging in the hole for 4 points. So now the score is going to be 10-5. Wesley Hartzell is up. He has first bag. Wesley's first bag is in. Culberson's first bag. Clubberson, his first bag is sitting in front of the hole. Wesley goes up, sets up beside of it. He's in Clubberson's lane, and Clubberson pushes that bag of his in, leaving Wesley's where it's at. Now Wesley steps out. He goes up. He pushes it up to the left, and now he has the hole blocked up. Clubberson goes up with a hard push and pushes his bag and Wesley's bag's in. So now Wesley has an opportunity here to try and go around Clubberson's bag. Oh, he goes up. Airmail hits it and drags Clubberson's bag with him. Clubberson's in for a 12-12, and we have our first social. Finally got a social here on court 1. Jackson's in. Series in. Jackson's in. Series off to the right again just a little bit. Now Jackson can bully this bag away from the hole, but he goes around it. Siri tries to hit it and bring it closer, but he turns it just a little bit. Jackson's up. He sets up beside a Siri's bag. Oh, and Siri goes up too hard and rolls his bag off of the back of the board, giving up 3 points. Actually giving up 5. Wesley's in. Clubberson's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right hand side. It's in his lane. Wesley goes up. He drags Clubberson's bag in just a little bit closer, but goes in with his bag. Clubberson pushes his bag on in and leaves the bag sitting in front of the hole. Wesley goes up. He pushes Clubberson's bag in. His bag goes off to the right just a little bit. Clubberson goes past it and goes in. Oh, Wesley pushes up against his own bag on the right-hand side. Clubberson has the opportunity to go around it here for 4 points. Oh, and he does. What a shot. Good cut shot. It goes in. Score now is 9-15. Siri goes off to the left just a little bit. Jackson goes in. Siri's in. Jackson's in. Siri's up. He sets up on the left, on the right hand side. Jackson goes around it. What a cut shot. Siri goes up. He drags 2 bags in. Oh, Jackson goes up and it goes in for a 12-10. Taking 2 more points, making it 17-9. Wesley Hartzell has first bag. Wesley's first bag is in. Clubberson's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right hand side just outside the blue lane. Wesley pushes it over just a little bit and goes in with his own bag, pushing Clubberson's bag over just a little bit. Clubberson goes up, drags that bag closer. They both sitting right dead in front of the hole. Oh, and Wesley goes and Clubberson's 2 bags fall. Wesley's goes to the left, to the back of the board, to the corner. That bag's going to be out of play unless he airmails this bag. He goes in for a 10. Clubberson goes in for a 12, taking 2 points, making it 11-17 now. He's given Siri every opportunity in the world to have first shot, lead shot. Siri goes off to the right. Jackson goes off to the left and goes off of the board. Siri goes in. Jackson goes in. Siri goes in. Jackson goes in with that next bag. Siri goes in for a 10. Jackson's in for a 9. Jackson give up 1 point, making it 12-17. Siri Theo and Kanan Clubberson draw closer. Clubberson's bag, first bag's in the hole. Wesley Hartzell throws up and goes off to the right just a little bit. Now that bag's still on the edge of the blue zone, so he can still get this bag with the airmail, but I think that he's going to just throw and try to play these bags, and that's what he does. He drags Clubberson's bag in. Clubberson goes off to the left. He's give Wesley Hartzell the opportunity here to bully his bag over. Oh, and Wesley pushes it a little bit to the right, closer to the hole. Now Clubberson can grab this bag now. Oh, and he does. He grabs it and goes in for a 12. 12 on 8. Giving up 4 points, making it 16-17 now, folks. This is a good game right here. We've got a match on our hands. Siri and Clubberson has come back on Gore and Hartzell. Siri's first bag is in. Jack's first bag is in. Siri's next bag is off to the right just a little bit. Jackson goes up and he's in with his second bag. It's a 6 on 4 right now. Siri's in. Jackson's in. Siri's up and he sets up in front of the hole, right dead in front of it. Now Jackson can roll this bag between those two bags and go in. Oh, and he just pushes up against him and stops. Only gaining 2 points, making it 19-16 now. So here we go. Wesley Hartzell's up. Wesley makes his first bag in the hole. Clubberson's in. Hartzell's up. That bag's leaning in the hole, so it's on the edge. It's halfway. It's a quarter of the way in. Now Wesley can go around this bag of Clubberson's and go in. He can drag that other bag. Wesley goes up. He pushes Clubberson's bag just a little bit further to the right. Clubberson goes up and he drags he knocks Wesley's bag in, going to the left just a little bit. Now this is Wesley Hartzell's opportunity. Oh, bullies Clubberson's bag over to the left just a little bit. This is going to be a tough shot for Clubberson here. All right, Clubberson's decided what he's going to do here. You can see the group of bags. Oh, and everything goes but one, leaving Clubberson's one bag on the left-hand side, giving up 2 points. And that's all Wesley Hartzell and Jackson Gore needed to win this game. Is that all of it? Really? Well, I'll be. That's a wrap. Well, wrapping it up, folks. Sorry, I didn't know that was the final game right there, but evidently Wesley Hartzell and Jacob Gore was in the driver's seat. They had to be double dipped, and Siri Theo and Kanan Clubberson was not able to double dip them, so that's a wrap. So want to thank everybody for tuning in. Want to thank you for being a part of this tournament tonight. Want to thank everybody that participated. Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. Want to appreciate all of you guys for coming out, being a part of this. So we'll see you next week. Next Monday, we'll be live here again. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking, are they having a tournament this Saturday here for the? It's Saturday. It starts at 10. Sign-ups and bags fly at 11. And it's for canines, right? Asher. That's Wesley Hartzell's and Tabitha's dog. He's having surgery on his lip, on his upper lip, a cleft palate. Yeah, he's having cleft palate surgery. So they're doing a tournament for him Saturday, a benefit tournament. So if you guys want to come out and participate, come on out. Sign up, start at 10. Bags fly at 11. We'll try to get you out of here between 2 and 3. But anyway, want to thank everybody. Thank you guys. Thank our sponsors, Hartzell's Garage Doors, Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us. We got Bridges Corp, and Angie's Pressure Washing. Want to thank all of those sponsors tonight. Want to thank you guys once again. Appreciate you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Good night. Oh, we gotta stop streaming first. Ah, Lord have mercy. I'm not sure where to click this thing.